Night. The hive quiets down. Thousands of bees stop flying, stop dancing, stop building. But do they really sleep? For a long time, scientists believed that insects don't sleep, that their brains are too simple for something like that. But research from recent years has shown something completely different. Bees not only sleep, they have sleep phases. They dream, and when they can't sleep, their health and performance drop dramatically. Today we'll look inside the hive after dark and discover the secret life of sleeping bees. A sleeping bee looks completely different from an active one. Her antennae droop downward. Normally they stick forward, constantly moving, exploring the surroundings. During sleep they hang limp. Her legs bend. The bee sinks lower, sometimes lying on her side. Her body tilts slightly as if losing balance. Her wings lie flat on her back. Her abdomen drops. Her entire body posture says one thing: I'm resting. Some bees sleep in empty honeycomb cells, inserting their heads inside. Others sleep on the surface of the combs, in small groups. Still others find a quiet spot on the hive wall. Scientists discovered that bees have favorite sleeping spots. They return to them night after night. Bees don't simply switch off and on. Their sleep has structure. Researchers from the University of Würzburg discovered that bees go through 3 sleep phases. The first is a light nap. The bee is motionless but responds to touch and sounds. The antennae move sporadically. The second phase is deeper sleep. The antennae stop moving. Responses to stimuli are delayed. Muscles relax. The third phase is the deepest sleep. The bee doesn't respond to light touch. The antennae hang motionless. The body is completely relaxed. Some scientists believe that in this phase, bees may be processing memories from the day. The entire sleep cycle lasts about 30 minutes. A bee goes through several such cycles during the night. In total, she sleeps 5 to 8 hours per day. Not all bees sleep the same way. Age matters enormously. Young bees working inside the hive sleep irregularly, short naps of a few minutes scattered throughout the day. They have no clear circadian rhythm. They sleep when tired, wake up when needed. This makes sense. Inside the hive, it's dark all the time. There's no difference between day and night. Larvae need feeding at any hour. Older forager bees have a completely different pattern. They sleep mainly at night when they can't fly. Their sleep is longer and more regular. They have a clear circadian rhythm, synchronized with sunrise and sunset. This change in sleep pattern occurs when a bee transitions from working inside the hive to collecting nectar. Her brain literally switches to daytime mode. Scientists conducted an experiment. They didn't allow bees to sleep. The results were dramatic. Sleep-deprived bees danced worse. Their waggle dance, the dance indicating nectar sources, became less precise. Angles were inaccurate, distances overestimated. Other bees following these directions wasted time searching for flowers in the wrong places. Sleep-deprived bees remembered flower locations worse. Their spatial memory weakened. They returned to places where flowers had already wilted. Their reaction times lengthened. They responded more slowly to threats. They avoided obstacles in flight more slowly. Most interestingly, sleep-deprived bees tried to make up for lost sleep. When they could finally sleep, they slept longer and more deeply than usual, exactly like humans after a sleepless night. One of the most important discoveries is the connection between bee sleep and memory. Bees learn throughout the day. They memorize flower colors, scents, locations, flight routes. That's an enormous amount of information for a brain the size of a pinhead. Each foraging trip adds new data that must be stored, sorted, and retrieved on demand. Sleep appears to be the mechanism that makes this continuous learning possible. Research shows that sleep helps bees consolidate these memories. Bees that could sleep after learning a new route remembered it the next day. Those not allowed to sleep forgot it. This suggests that bee sleep serves a similar function to sleep in mammals. Memory consolidation, organizing information, preparing the brain for a new day. A bee's brain has fewer than 1 million neurons. The human brain has 86 billion, and yet the mechanisms of sleep are surprisingly similar. Evolution invented sleep a very long time ago. The parallels go even further. Just as sleep-deprived humans become irritable and make poor decisions, sleep-deprived bees show increased aggression at the hive entrance. They are more likely to sting and less likely to perform the precise waggle dance correctly. Sleep is not a passive state. It is an active process of repair and consolidation that every complex nervous system, no matter how small, appears to require. The discovery that bees sleep has also changed how scientists think about the evolution of sleep itself. For decades, sleep was considered a mammalian or at least vertebrate phenomenon. The bee evidence suggests that the need for sleep is far more ancient and universal. Whatever sleep does for the brain, consolidating memories, clearing metabolic waste, restoring neural function, it appears to be a fundamental requirement of any nervous system complex enough to learn from experience. And how do the queen and drones sleep? The queen sleeps less than workers. Her work, laying eggs, continues practically without pause. But even she needs rest. She sleeps in short naps, surrounded by a retinue of workers who watch over her safety. Drones are a completely different story. They are the sleep masters of the hive. They sleep more than workers and the queen. Their main task, the mating flight, requires peak physical condition. The rest of the time is eating and resting. Interestingly, drones often sleep together in groups on the edges of the combs. Scientists speculate that sleeping together helps them maintain body temperature. Even in a sleeping hive, there is hierarchy. The queen sleeps in the center, surrounded by protection. Workers on the combs, drones on the margins. Bees sleep, and they need sleep just as much as we do. Their sleep has phases, rhythms, and consequences. A sleep-deprived bee is a worse dancer, a worse navigator, and a worse forager. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. This discovery changes our understanding of insects. If a bee with a brain the size of a pinhead needs sleep, then sleep must be something fundamental to life. The next time you look at a hive in the evening, know that inside, thousands of small beings are just falling asleep, each in its favorite spot. Leave a thumbs up if you didn't know bees sleep. Subscribe to Hive Mind for more surprising discoveries. See you in the next one.